The Americans fall in game one, 15-13, and Kirk, Americans have changed their lineup tonight. They got off to a pretty good start, but couldn't hold off Japan in game one.
Well, you're going to have some problems when you change as many players as they have, bringing in Hilliard, bringing in Partee, and actually Greenbaum, too, hasn't been setting that much, so there will be some letdowns in and out.
There's a miss hit by Hilliard, and it's 1-0 Japan. We were chatting with Fred Stern before the match. He told us he plans to also use Javier Gaspar, the backup setter to Greenbaum tonight, so we could possibly see him before this one is over. That one hit the line for shot fortune.
Nice big by Severtlik to set all that up in the back row. U.S. needs to dig a few more balls and get their block going. They haven't done a great job blocking.
And that's where they dominated the Japanese and the United States in both their matches in San Diego and Irvine. At the net. But no block up there, and Ogino kills it.
Partee got fooled that time, jumped, and was on the way down when the second hitter came in.
Your favorite player, Ogino?
Well, I think he's the most consistent player the Japanese have. I really like him consistency-wise.
And you like his disposition. He's always smiling on the court.
Hey, it's true. I do like that. I like to see that in the player, having some fun out there. You know, as long as you're winning, it's nice to have fun, but he has a good smile on his face.
Aoyama with the off-speed.
Oh,
nice
play.
up by Partee. Severtlik pushed it off the block.
Well, Severtlik actually got a couple breaks. I think he netted when he brought the first ball up, and then he went under the net trying to hit a ball that was set too close. And you just saw him say, shoot, sort of, set the ball, is what he just yelled. Did not like that set.
Izumikawa overpowering the digger.
Izumikawa, boy, there's times when he looks absolutely unstoppable, and then as a young player will do, there are times when he is very stoppable by himself, not by the block. He really hits the ball well, moves it around. Trouble is, he's a little inconsistent still.
The quickness of Partee.
Now that worked very well early in game one, then Greenbaum went away from it. If something works, you keep going to it until a team adjusts and stops it.
And Izumikawa is still another kill. Japan leading 2-0. Game two. Japanese captured game one, 15-13. It's over the net. Oh, that barely got over there. But no block up, and Hilliard goes down the line.
Japanese, though, have really been doing it with defense. The end of the last match we saw, Randy, they were playing great defense. They've continued tonight, winning the first game. Great defense.
They were sensational in game four in the first go-round here in Osaka. The Americans win the rally at the net. That's their advantage. They're capable of blocking this Japanese team with the likes of Doug Partee. And Aoyama bangs it off the block. 2-1, Japan leading.
Aoyama is one of those hitters that frustrates a block. Looks for hands, caroms the ball off all over the place. Really a good hitter.
Ivy.
Well, that'll do it. Perfect pass to Greenbaum. Jump sets to Ivy. The USC connection in the middle.
Instrumental, leading the Trojans to a national championship a couple years ago. Hilliard. Hilliard has a very strong shot. When it comes at you, it just comes at you and explodes.
When he doesn't need a big approach, that's what I like. He can almost jump straight up and hit as hard as he does when he has an approach.
Ogino is roofed by Ivy.
That time, Brian Ivy blocked the right side, kept Scott Fortune in the middle. went out and turned that ball in. Great block. Good alignment by the U.S. blockers.
Ogino. Americans leading 3-2, but the Japanese side out. Great crowd here in Osaka.
Boy, they're just cheering for everything. I love it. It is great. They even cheered for us, Randy.
I think they're still cheering for Ogino. And a kill for Scott Fortune. Next match on Sports Channel, the Commonwealth of Independent States in San Diego. See a great attacker in Yuri Cherednik.
A great blocking team. Full men, they just have some good ones.
Ruslan Olikvir.
They're huge, too.
And they move a little bit better than some of the old Soviet teams. A little quicker at the net. Aruf. And it was Otake.
Of course, a lot of the old Soviet teams won gold medals, so what's that mean?
That means they're better.
Well, I'm not sure they're better, but they're certainly a good team.
They're very good. I know Platonov feels he's got an outstanding team. Americans can't be concerned about them. Not yet. Trying to go 6-0 in the World League. That one hits the corner for Hilliard.
Well, Fred Sturm and this team can win. He's got to feel good because he's used a different lineup, Randy, every night of the World League. Has not used the same lineup yet. And that's tough on the players. They would rather have a set lineup, except for the guys that want to play more, of course. I think right now, we're going to see a U.S. team in the Olympics with a lot of different looks. I don't know if they're going to settle on one consistent lineup. I think that they've shown now they're not sure what to do, or they have a lot of combinations they can use.
Nice dig. Ogino able to get to it. Hilliard is down by Ueda. There's a kill on the outside by Aoyama.
Again, great defense, sets it all up for the Japanese. Ball's up, their setter gets it up, the hitter puts it away.
Ogino serves. And Partey able to drive it through the block.
Well, again, the Japanese have not been successful in stopping Partey. I'd go to him until they stop him.
Kirk, you talk about a lot of different combinations. Come Barcelona with the depth in talent around the world. Do you think you need more players?
Well, I think you need 8 real strong players so that you can give different looks. You may lose a player. I mean, the Olympics now 12 teams. It's grueling. You play a lot of matches. You need some depth, and it will help every team.
Fred Sturm, Americans coach, believes any one of 6 teams could win the gold medal. That's saying a lot when you think that's half the field. He thinks the U.S., Brazil, Italy, Netherlands, the unified team, or Cuba, any one of the 6 could win the gold.
Well, I certainly like Italy right now. I like Cuba, but they don't seem to be playing real well, so we'll have to see what their problems are when we get a look at them in the playoffs here for the World League.
Off the block, Manami. Beltran, their outstanding all-around player and excellent passer, has been injured. He's out of the World League, and his status for the Olympics is questionable.
Well, they'll need him. They need everybody they have, although jumping Freddie Brooks is awfully good.
Bongo.
Bongo Brooks.
I think that's probably the best nickname, although Poison Ivy's still one of our favorites. Tied at 3 in game 2. Izzy Mikawa ringing up the numbers.
A lot of side outs right now. Neither team really being able to take advantage of the other team, so we'll see who breaks out here.
There's a hitting error by Hilliard.
Boy, the U.S. passing has just not been good in this match. They're spraying the ball around. It's off the net. Doesn't really give Greenbaum the chance to go to the middle. And then Hilliard hit it out of bounds.
4-3 Japan. Ivy's dug by Otake. Ogino! And another score for... We have a break in the action. It's 5-3. Japan leads. Let's pause for this regional break.
Is really right now. It could go on a long time, but the Japanese have jumped out with defense. They're digging better. They're ahead 5-3 and 1 game.
And if there's not a lot of blocks going on, that takes away the Americans' biggest advantage over Japan. Another fine dig by this excellent defensive team from Japan. There's a block that's long. by Ivy, and it's 6-3 Japan. Izzy Mikawa killing it again. The joust won by Greenbaum.
That could be an important play now. U.S. team a little bit flat. Pass over the net. Greenbaum goes up and saves it. Let's see how that affects his team.
In all candor, a lot of the Americans' firepower is on the sideline with Timmins and Samuelson.
And Jeff Stork not here. I mean, that is a lot of your offense.
Ogino's dink done to perfection. Don't want to undermine his effort. Ogino has been outstanding in the 2 matches in Osaka. And a block from Brian Ivy, his 4th of the match.
And he turns and says, "Go!" to himself and to his teammates.
Brian suffering from back problems in the World League, but he told us earlier he's ready to go to this. There's another roop. That's what the Americans can do. Partey beats Aoyama.
That's the way they've scored points quickly against the Japanese. They'll score 5 or 6 very quickly by blocking.
That one, Ivy cutting in front of Stavertlik, tipped it away.
Well, that's certainly something you don't want. You want aggressiveness, but you want Bob Stavertlik handling everything he can get in the back row.
There's a good block by Otake.
Well, again, a tough pass off the net. Greenbaum tried to go to Partey over his shoulder, but he was stuffed.
Brent Hilliard. Nice approach, great arm swing. Side out, U.S. Izzy Mikawa down the line. Well, we know one thing. It's not easy to win on the road. Americans 4-0 in the World League at home. Their one victory here at Osaka went 5 tough sets. And they're in a dogfight again tonight.
I think it's going to be tough in China and the Soviet Union, or a community of independent states, as it were. It will not be easy to win on the road. Good experience for the U.S. team.
Be an interesting matchup with the Americans playing Barcelona against Spain in the small gymnasium. They'll be hanging from the rafters, exhorting their hometown Spanish team on. So these tough environmental situations are good for the Americans, and Hilliard has the hot arm swing.
Good quick set, shoots it to the outside here, it goes up and extends, which he does so well.
Have a quick attack, and Izzy Mikawa has 16 kills.
Well, the block got off on the 3rd floor. Izzy Mikawa hit the ball at the 6th floor, went down.
Ogino got to it, but could not dig it up. A kill for Stavertlik. Gotta like the way Ogino covers the back deep court.
Pretty much like Bob Stavertlik does the dirty work for this Japanese team. Very comparable type players.
Aoyama off of Ivy.
Again, the frustrating type hitter. Looks for hands, wipes it off you, gets out his hammer and chisel. Little tool job off the block.
Tip by Hilliard, and they block it down. So the Americans finally able to outlast the Japanese at a rally.
It's funny
Stavertlik gives them their 5th point of game 2.
It really seems like they should be down more than they are, Randy, so it's probably a good sign for the Americans. And it just feels like they should be down more.
Well, they're very much a part of this match. Very competitive in the first game, had their chances. Minami puts that one away in front of Partey. It's 7-5 Japan in game 2. Remember, they won game 1 by 2 at 15-13. This American team, although not quite in this alignment or makeup, we've seen score points in groups and in a hurry. And Stavertlich warming up. Bob Stavertlich, 6'4", out of Long Beach, California.
Without Timmons and Samuelson on the floor, he realizes he has to add more offense than he normally would, so he's doing that right now.
Stavertlich was the young guy, the youngest member of the starting lineup in the Seoul Olympics in '88, now one of the veterans. Hilliard. Oh, that was a strong blast. Ogina read it, just could not keep it in play. 7 kills in this second game for Hilliard. And 12 overall. Scott Fortune doesn't like it. He thought it was blocked.
Well, the way the ball changed direction, I thought it might have been too.
(7-5) Japan leads. We've been here for a while. Again, the teams are trading side-outs. Fortune was roofed, but wide. Ogina went outside the boundary. Point, United States.
One thing you notice about the team, without Samuelson and Timmons, which is the first time we've seen them both off the floor at the same time, much quieter team for the USA. Not as much intensity outwardly as you'd like to see sometimes.
There's a kill. Turnaround spike by Brett Hilliard. Americans trailing by 1.
Scott Fortune, a very quiet type player, very inward. Brent Hilliard, I think, will be an outward player, but right now he's still sort of new to it all. So good talent, but not real outward.
Tip, pancake dig, green bomb, nice effort, just could not get there. I love the comment of Coach Ray Rattel of Long Beach State talking about Brett Hilliard as you see the effort by Greenbaum. Simple comment. He's just a hell of a player. I think one of the great comments you never want to hear. There's a service ace.
Not overly original, but certainly exact. He's a great player.
Ogino with the tough serve.
Oops. The old claw play by Scott Fortune. Got the ball in his hands and clawed it.
And
so
a yellow
card to Bob Stavertlich.
9-6 Japan. The Americans very talkative.
To the referee. That's not the guy you want to be talkative to.
You think that could perhaps fire these guys up?
Well, I'm not sure. I think I'd like to talk. You want to talk to yourself or even to the other team, but we'll see if it fires them up after this. I don't think so. They're playing pretty flat anyway.
Well, it fires Brett Hilliard up. He's blasting away. He pummeled that ball. If the Americans can score and get back into the hunt, they're down 6, serving 9. Ivy got it. Great effort by Ivy. They run out of opportunities to hit it over, but you can't fault the desire of Brian Ivy.
The problem there was Ivy made a great move and nobody followed him. Fortune follows him after the fact. Watch this after it goes off. Now Ivy's writing this down. Watch Fortune. He stands there, looks. Somebody should be right behind Brian Ivy there so they can tip it over. Too late by the time they realize he's going to get to the ball.
Another kill for Hilliard, who's piling them up in a hurry. 17 kills for Brett Hilliard. Got a go-to guy in Brett Hilliard. Aoyama, sharp angle winner. X-play at Hilliard with another kill. It's like a highlight tape of Brent Hilliard.
Well, I think Dan Greenbaum is very comfortable going to Brent Hilliard, and he keeps going to him. If you keep putting the ball away, I'd be comfortable too.
Side out Japan. Stavertlik caught off balance. Japan looking for its first win of the World League season. These teams split 4 meetings a year ago in the World League. Americans won both matches in the States. The Japanese swept the 2 in Japan. Matsuda went to dump it, but he's the one that took the spill as Ivy blocked it back.
Of course, Brian Ivy sees that a lot in practice with Greenbaum, who's left-handed, and Stork. Not fooled. He was right up on top of that and blocked it down.
Another block by Ivy.
It really is Ivy who's doing the blocking right now. Good combination with Ivy and Fortune up there at the net.
But Ivy's blocking out of Hilliard's spiking, trying to bring the Americans back. There's an ace for Stavertlik.
Perfect serve right in the corner. Hit the crosshairs of the white lines in the corner.
The Yanks are coming. They're within 1.
Over there. Oh, that's...
A near miss, side out Japan. You want to sing, don't you?
Frustrated singer, Randy, my whole life.
One night we'll get Kirk out there to do the national anthem. There's a side out for the Americans on the Minami miscue. Sometimes you try to be too fine with that serve, and Minami was trying to be precise in where he put the ball.
Well, you have to be tough. Teams pass too well now. You don't serve tough, they just pass it right up to the center.
The big guy, Otake, knocking it down around Partine. Seiji Oka going with Otake tonight. And he's come through for him. Brent Hilliard, his totals rising. He has been a sharpshooter for America.
Out of the back row, both left and right side, showing a lot of range.
Doesn't matter where he is. He likes to hit from anywhere on the court and at any angle. They're going to Hilliard. Good dig, Minami. Minami again digs Hilliard. Izumi hit it long. Great rally. We're deadlocked at 9. The Americans playing great defense. Oh, the quick hit. That fooled the American block with Otake.
Otake very effective in the middle. Good pass, they go right to him.
Another tough game. The Americans were down 9-6. They've caught up. But the Americans absolutely fall asleep.
Well, that's going to be Scott Fortune. He knows where that pass is going. He has to call Dan Greenbaum, and if Greenbaum can't get there, he must talk to his other hitters.
Japan leads by 1.
Down, will you? Don't play with it.
Just whack it hard. Another service error, this one by Ogino. Don't see very many mistakes from Ogino in any capacity. 9 serving 10. And Aoyama tooling it off the block.
You really have to turn your outside hand in on him. He's looking for hands to go out of bounds. He gets them most of the time. You must turn your hand in. Katsumi Kawano comes in to serve. Great back row player, got a lot of range.
27 years of age, from Osaka. Hilliard, outstanding dig by Matsuda, but nobody left to block, and Hilliard puts it away. What a game for Hilliard. He's got 13 kills in the game.
And the good thing is he had a lot of zeros in game 1. Balls that were hit but were dug or blocked in the air. This time he's terminating every kill.
Nick Becker, along with Ivy and Greenbaum, the threesome led SC to a national championship. Minami finding fingers. Another kill for Hilliard. Very repetitive. Just go to Hilliard. They have not been able to stop him.
Well, he's certainly used to getting 70, 80 sets a match in college, so he won't get tired. Wiry body, but a lot of power.
Brett Hilliard like that. That one felt good. Well, the record in kills in the World League in the first season, Japan's Nakagaichi with 59 against the Soviet Union at that time. This match continues to side out, and we heard the coaches say it could go on forever. Maybe Hilliard will get there.
Well, certainly if they side out enough, you can go a long time siding out. The numbers definitely can get big.
Speaking of big, Otake in to the front row to patrol the net.
Nice segue.
Liked it myself. Fortune cannot put it away. There's a kill off the block by Izzy Mikawa. 11-9. Hilliard dink, played by Otake. Chance for Japan. Great rundown by the Japanese. I don't know how they chased that ball down. Still alive. Matsuda pushed it long.
Great up. Goes down, rolls after the play, gets it back over the top. Katsuyuki Minami with a great hustle play.
Acosta for Ivy.
UV out of El Paso, Texas, Randy.
Third year in the World League. Best digger at the '91 World Cup. Ogino. 10 kills for Ogino. That quick attack by Partey is outside the boundary, and it's 12-9. Let's step aside now for this regional break. You're watching the United States and Japan on Sports Channel. This match down a game and trailing 12-9.
Yeah, after Fred Stearns looking down the bench thinking, should I use Timmons and Samuelson or one of the two just to get some more firepower?
Well, he's got an internationally experienced player in Doug Partey, and he takes full advantage after the timeout.
It's very tempting sometimes to look down the bench and see starters down there. Want to use them, but you have to get the other players time.
Fortune through the three-man block. Scott Fortune, normally a slow starter who gets better and better as the match goes on. Ogino driving it off the block. I like the organ here.
I like the crowd.
Well, it gets the crowd into it. Fortune finding the open seam. When you're trailing, you don't want to make those kind of mistakes.
I don't know, the organ's okay, but a little reggae in there might be nice. You know, Randy, get the crowd going.
Here comes Hilliard. And another kill for Brett Hilliard.
Normally reaches so high. That time he went down inside the block and in front of the blockers.
Ivy returns for Acosta. Ivy's been the best in the middle tonight for the American. At least blocking the ball. Attacking, Partey's done the job. Tremendous heat from Hilliard.
Right up over the top and with authority. Nice hit by Hilliard. There's Steve Timmons and Bob Samuelson, along with Nick Becker warming up on the side, but the two big guns on the sideline. Might say nothing wrong with them. Fred Sturm electing to go with a different lineup to look at some different combinations.
Hey, this Brett Hilliard has been very impressive in this match.
Well, there's nobody doubts that he can hit. They've seen him do it time and time again. Just the other parts of his game now they'll get a chance to see.
Off speed, and for the second time tonight, Hilliard pulls that out of his bag of tricks.
And really, he's not just a hard hitter. He's very smart, moves the ball around. He's really a very, very good hitter all the way around.
25 kills in this match for Hilliard. Fine attack by Izzy Mikawa.
Japan certainly not going away. Izzy Mikawa doing a nice job keeping the ball in play. That's the thing he must do.
He was very erratic at the end of game one in the first match in Osaka, which led to the undoing in the first two games of the Japanese team. There's a block. Nice play by Matsuda. And it's 13-11. Akihiko Matsuda. It's a great feeling when the little setter goes up and jams one of them against the big attacker. Mr. Hilliard on the attack again. That one's wide. Point United States. Ojino misses. The Americans have nearly caught up. They're down by one in Osaka.
Come on, come on.
There's a roof. Ivy.
Again, Ivy and Fortune. That's the rotation that is given the best blocking. Right here, they set up. Ivy sets up on the line. Fortune closes to him. Ivy gets it all the way with his left hand.
It was all Brian Ivy. The Japanese into the net. The Americans lead 14-13. Scoring a quick two. They're serving for the game. There's a chance. Just like that, the Americans rocked. Their legs buckling, come back with a haymaker. And we are tied at a game apiece. Japan wins game one 15-13, and the Americans turn the tables on the Japanese national team 15-13. Game three, straight ahead on Sports.